Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be going over my loadout for the AN-94 and just giving my thoughts on this weapon. This is the newest assault rifle that was added in Season 5 of Warzone. If you guys do enjoy this video, please do remember to give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. I post Warzone content on this channel very regularly and stream every day on Twitch, which will also be linked in the description below. So, the AN-94 is an assault rifle that I personally was really excited to see come to Warzone because of its interesting fire rate mechanic. Basically, the first 2 bullets in your burst fire faster, so if you tap fire this weapon, you're going to be shooting it much faster than if you just held the trigger. And this creates like an interesting mechanic for you to play around with and think about how you want to end up shooting the weapon. This was a gun that I really enjoyed using in Black Ops 2. So I was pretty excited for the AN-94 to come to Modern Warfare and Warzone, but unfortunately, this gun just isn't it. For my loadout with this weapon, I was using the monolithic suppressor, the longest barrel, the VLK 3X optic, 60 round mags, and the commando foregrip. I've also heard that rubberized rear grip is pretty good if you take off the grip of the commando foregrip and add that. Kind of went back and forth in between the two and really didn't notice too much of a difference. They were both relatively the same. But the main problem this weapon has going for it is really just the other weapons in Warzone. I think the AN-94 on its own is a fine weapon. It's pretty powerful, decent-ish recoil. It definitely has more recoil than a lot of the other top tier weapons in Warzone, and that's the main problem. There's so many really good, really low recoil weapons in this game that it kind of just makes you ask, why would I ever use something like the AN-94 when I could just use the Bruin, which has more damage, very consistent damage over range, and virtually no recoil, or the Kilo, or the Grau, or the M4, or the M13. There's just an absurd amount of weapons in Warzone that have very low recoil, and it just makes it toward the point where, like, I don't even want to run something if it has a decent amount of recoil. If everything in the game had a decent amount of recoil, I would be fine with the AN-94, or weapons like the AK, the CR56. But once there's so many guns in the game that have no recoil that are actually really good, there's really not much of a point in running something like this because you just make it harder for yourself. Unfortunately, another thing that this weapon has going against it is the iron sights aren't very good. For whatever reason, the sights in Warzone or Modern Warfare are different than the AN-94's iron sights in past Call of Duties, like Black Ops 2, and I believe this gun was in Black Ops 4 as well. It had very open iron sights, and it was really nice to use. This game, more closed, more condensed, it's harder to use at longer ranges, and in Warzone, you're going to be getting in pretty long-range fights. I could see myself using this with like a sniper, and then overkilling this, maybe putting some speed perks on it, or speed attachments, I mean, running iron sights, and I think that could be decent if the iron sights on this weapon were good, but the iron sights hold it back a good amount, and it kind of just eliminates that as an option of like a way that I would want to run this gun. So I just went with the traditional long-range AR loadout, and it's definitely usable, it's definitely decent, but there's just so many better options in Warzone that I personally didn't enjoy using this weapon. In multiplayer, it's quite good. I leveled it playing multiplayer, and it's really good, but in Warzone, this just doesn't cut it because of how many extremely easy weapons there are that you can't use in Warzone. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of this weapon in the comments below. If you used my loadout, if you like it, all of that stuff. I'm going to let the gameplay play out. I got some pretty decent games with it on stream, nothing too amazing. And I don't really think this will be a weapon that I use going forward. I'll definitely revisit it once we get the mid-season balance patches, when we get like maybe the Bruin, the FAL, the Kilo. When some of these easier to use weapons get nerfed, maybe the AN-94 will be a weapon that I enjoy using. But as of right now, there's just too many really good, really easy to use weapons in the game to really warrant using this. It's one of the unfortunate aspects about Modern Warfare is it seems they put out these new weapons at the start of the season, and then they do the mid-season balancing patch mid-season. So guns get added, but like the top tier weapons don't get changed at all. So there's really no incentive for you to actually use the new guns because there's already, like I've said many times, these really insanely good, really easy to use weapons in the game. So I'm gonna let the gameplay play out. Like I said before, I hope you guys found this video informative, helpful, any of that stuff. If you did, let me know with a like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff, and I'll see you guys another time. Thanks for watching. Snipe that man, I don't know what that is. Because like in Fortnite, for example, I would always have Tyler play when I played with viewers because I could play duo squads with him and do just fine.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Good, what a joke.
UAV beginning flyover.
GG's, he had an LMG. That's a bad fight. He might be up top. I appreciate the train being very loud for no reason. I saw both of them, that's why I challenged. I don't know where he went.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Finish your mission. Take them down.
That came out in 2011. See, look. Go forward. This man, like, I don't have tac laser or anything. Alright. Dude, if he killed. I'm getting shot at by 2 players, I think. And there's someone sniping me in the back previously. Nice, luckily he was lost.
Overhead.
Confusing thing for me.